Hello, scholars, and welcome back to class. Today, our objective will be to search and locate a credible article related to beauty, fashion, women's roles in society, gender wage gap, or women in education. I want to point out that something very important to take into consideration when researching for an article or a journal is this tips to be able to spot what is a credible source and what is not. So we need to look at the author. Is there an author listed? Is there an about page you can review? Is the author associated with other suspect source? And what can we learn from the author's other works? So the author is someone very important. If we don't see that there is an author to an article, then we can be certain that that is most likely not a credible source. We need to also check the domain. Do you recognize the site name? Does the URL end in a common domain such as .com, .net, or .org? And is the website littered with advertisements? You need to make sure that you are taking all of this into consideration when looking for your article. Triangulation. Can you find at least two other reputable sources that are publishing similar information? Are those sources reliable as well? So you will go through the whole process with those sites in order to be able to identify good articles from fake articles or articles that are promoting advertisement. Quotes and images are always good to question. You need to consider if there are any quotes in the story that are verifiable. Do the quotes seem sensational or outrageous, and are image sources cited correctly? So these are just four of the tools that you can use in order to be able to identify if the article you chose is indeed a good article and reliable. Now let's get started with our search. I recommend that you take the first step by going to the Pasadena ISD.libguides.com website, because this website is already verifiable. Our district has created this to help all students in their research process, and we can be very certain that whatever is in this page will be something approved that our librarian has already helped us locate. The next step that you will need to do is look for our campus library. So you will click on that link. Look for campus library page links. And we are a high school. So look for our high school library main page, Mab Library. After that, we are looking for an article, therefore we are doing research. If you click on the research tab, you will see all the databases. You will also find by topic from science, technology, math, engineering, social studies, fine arts, English, and LOTE. So whatever you are looking for, you can select either one of these options. Also, if you need help with some resources like note-taking, how to, you can use this site. It is very, very reliable. I am going to go to current events for the purpose of finding an article because I'm pretty sure that it will include newspapers, magazines, and because I am going through my Pasadena Memorial Library, I can be sure that it will be accurate and I can use it in my research. So go ahead and click current events, and this page will pop up. Here you will see a list of local newspapers, US news media, European, and even Middle East sources. I know that the Houston Chronicle is a good verifiable source, local newspaper, although it does include some advertisement in it. I am sure that I can rely on this to be pretty accurate. Also, the Pasadena Citizen, which is our local newspaper for our town, will be another one where I can find good articles. I'm going to go ahead and click the Houston Chronicle. And now I'm going to do my search. I want to be as specific as possible to narrow down my search to be able to find the best possible article I can related to the information. Looks like I clicked something by accident. I'm going to go ahead and close this advertisement, and I'm going to go to my search. I will type up the pressure on women and beauty. Let's see what it comes up with. So we have some options here. Save money and streamline your makeup routine. I know that is not related to what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that is more related to the art. The story we'll be reading next week, which will be A Cup of Tea by Catherine Mansfield. So I'm going to continue looking through all my options until I think I find something interesting. Study shows Black women with natural hair less likely to get jobs. Twitter reacts. So we're going to go ahead and click on this. This will be my article. You will have to choose your own article, find your own article, because we will be using that as well in a discussion later on this week. In fact, tomorrow. I want to make sure that my source, my story is still reliable, so I'm going to go ahead and start reading it. Study shows Black women with natural hair are less likely to get jobs. Twitter reacts. I know Twitter is not in and of itself a reliable source. It's just people reacting probably to the story. But I want to go ahead and see which study or where the study originated to see if it is a credible source. So once I start reading, I can see exactly where it came from. Black women's natural hair has always been taboo in the workplace. Duke University's Fuqua School of Business conducted a study and found that Black women with natural hairstyles, including curly afros, twists, or braids, are less likely to get job interviews than white women or Black women with straightened hair. I know Duke University is a reliable source. It's a very prestigious university, but I'm going to go ahead and click on the link where they are citing that particular study to see if it is still related to the article, if it's reliable. And I do see that it takes me directly to the Duke Fuqua School of Business. I know that it's actually a school or a college at Duke University. And then here it's showing us the actual article from the university that points towards research suggesting the bias against Black women due to their hair. And then as I go and look through my article, I can see there are even more sources, like the Journal of Social, Psychological, and Personality Science. That is another reliable source. So if I continue to click through all these links that are very helpful, I can verify that indeed my article has some credible sources. There are more than one or two sites that speak of this topic. So I can go ahead and select the article that I originally clicked on from the Houston Chronicle as my article to share with the class for discussion. And this is such a rich article. I like it because it can really spark the discussion and maybe that connection to personal experiences. Maybe some of you have experienced this type of discrimination because of your hair. It doesn't necessarily have to be that you are an African descent, of African descent, just simply for having a different color of hair or cutting your hair in a specific style, and you have felt that you have gotten some type of prejudice based on that. So once I have my article tomorrow, I'm gonna go ahead and copy the link. Make sure that you are saving the link, bookmarking it if you must, or just copy and paste onto a Word document so you can highlight it, right click on it, copy, and you can open a Word document and save it there. You can also bookmark this page if you wish to, or star it. And there we have the bookmarks, and you can say you want to bookmark it on the bookmarks bar right here. And then you will click done, and that little icon should appear right here. So anytime that you want to refer back to it, you simply click on that. It will take you straight to the article you selected for easy access. That is all for today. Make sure that you are researching and looking for that article, guys. If you have any questions, you can send me a message via Schoology, and I hope you really find this interesting as you read your article, so you'll be prepared to share it with the class and have a discussion.